Oh, you keep it going for your host real quick. Keep it going for yourselves for coming out to hear dick jokes or whatever I'm going to say. You know? That's awesome. Wait, no, give it up one more time for McGarvey's, man. Give it up for McGarvey's. Yes. And the drink prices. Oh, my God. I love buying drinks when it's not in New York City. Holy shit. Even with the rental car price, I'm still saving money. It's amazing. I said to the bartender when she gave me this double, I said, this is so cheap. She should have said, you should have seen what it was like before Joe Biden's inflation fucked it up, fella. We used to just pay other people to drink the booze. I don't know how it worked out. We would just throw booze and money at people. Economically, I don't know how the accountants made it work. I think we were cheating on our taxes. Anyway. No, unlike the last comic, I do not believe in psychics, but I am tripping on ayahuasca right now. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. It's just my inner spirit animal that it brings out is just a surly tequila drunk middle-aged man. So it was really weirded out the shaman down in Peru. He was like, you have the inner aura of a drunk at the end of a bar that only plays Jimmy Buffett deep cuts. I've never seen this before. You're not hippie at all. I'm sorry. I should turn in my beads right now. I'm bombing as a shaman. I'm bombing. But no, I have been renting a lot of cars recently to do like road work and see family, things like that. Because in New York, I live in New York, no one owns cars there. So we all just rent cars and things like that when we go outside the city. I don't know if you guys ever rent cars here. If you do, promise me you'll never buy the insurance with the rental car. It's a scam. No, it's a scam. They make it sound good up top. They're like, listen, for an extra $10 a day, it'll cover it for any damage. It'll cover the car for any damage that happens. And then you read the fine print and you see, unless you're intoxicated at the time of the crash. I only crash cars when I'm drunk and I don't need insurance for when I'm driving my best. It's not that. Does it have snow tires that only work in June? Does it have that? Does it have sunblock that works best on cloudy days? Does it come with a bottle of that? Does it come with a box of condoms that only work when I'm at home with my wife? That's not what I use them at a time. Will dissolve on any stranger's orifice after midnight. Especially if you're both dressed like characters from the movie Cats for some reason. Let's see, are they trolling me? This is designed to do nothing for me. But no, I gotta tell you, ever since the Oscars this year, I'm terrified to step foot on the stage telling dick jokes. I'm terrified right now. Well, because for years, all my material has been about Jada Pinkett Smith's head. I didn't know that's the most dangerous thing to joke about. I thought it was easy. I thought it was safe. It's not political. It's not even barely a medical issue, really. You know. And then, you know, it turns out it is. And don't get me wrong, I know that none of you guys here are married to Jada Pinkett Smith, okay? But that doesn't mean that none of you are fucking her, all right? That could be the case right now, especially this guy. He's a good-looking guy. He's got resting Jada Pinkett Smith just out on my face. He might take a swing at me for old Jada. No, before Will Smith slapped one of my heroes, I would never make fun of bald women, bald people in general, for obvious reasons. I don't find it funny. I don't find it cute. It's hurtful, bald jokes. It's hurtful. Oh, I was right. No, I'm married, and I know even when my wife is trying not to fantasize about other dudes, she's at least fantasizing about me when I had hair, you know? It sucks not having hair. But no, I mean, you can joke, I got thick skin. You can joke about my wife's hair in front of me all you want. Just don't fuck her. I'm the opposite of Will Smith, you know? We're opposites, me and Will Smith. Oh, it's right. See, I don't like the disgusted groans. I like the shit, you know? It sounds like they just watched a puppy get punted by an NFL player, you know? By a place kicker. But no, I got married over the pandemic. I got married last July. I got married in July, and I got married in my home state of Iowa. It's gone really downhill, Iowa, since I moved away from there. Even the goddamn cheese whiz has fentanyl in it now. It's nothing's safe there. Nothing. It's crazy. No, I know that there was another comic up here just talking about getting married during the pandemic in Iowa. Total coincidence, so we've never met before tonight. But we were talking before the show and we're going to sleep together afterwards anyway. Yeah! Because our spouses are suckers, man. They're saps, I tell you. Saps. They have no idea what we're doing right now. No, I got married in my home state of Iowa. I could not get legally married on my wedding day, though, because we filled out the paperwork at the courthouse the day before for a marriage license. And they said, okay, your paperwork checks out, come back in 3 days, and your marriage license will be approved. Because in the state of Iowa, there's a 3-day waiting period on marriage licenses, 0-day waiting period for guns of any size. They're like, hey, bro, the founding fathers didn't say nothing about marriages. That's up to us, so... And besides, anytime a dude wigs out with an AR here, it's usually because he's getting fucked in a divorce, you know? Way more lives have been ruined in our state because of marriage than guns. I mean, marriage is pretty rough. You got to think about it for 3 days. Don't just get drunk and Nicolas Cage it all in one night, you know? Wake up hungover, shitty wife on one arm, loaded gun on the other. You're going to go bonkers, man. You're going to go bonkers. I said, this is a ridiculous law, but then I remembered, I had just come from the AR-15 store. I said, hands in the air and marriage license in the bag. This is a stick-up, see? When there's a 0-day waiting period on AR-15s, there's a 0-day waiting period on everything, fella. But I forgot I was in the Midwest. He pulled out his AR-15. I was like, oh. He said, don't let the polite Midwest accent fool you, kid. I came to work armed, messed up, and ready to die. I'm ready to die in this courthouse for minimum wage. You want to meet Jesus, fella? And then he shot me, and I shot him, and I'm dead now. I'm dead. I'm performing a set from the afterlife. You all have the power of the little boy from The Sixth Sense. You see dead people. Yeah, I should really wait till like the pandemic is completely over to blow into the microphone at people for a tag. But I can't think of a better one, so I'm sorry I risked your lives for a tag. No, you don't have to worry that much about being around me. We kind of got to worry. I was vaccinated, but I was vaccinated in the back of a windowless van. They told me it was Pfizer with 2 Fs. I have no idea what's inside me right now. He said, don't worry, bro, I invented this live on the Joe Rogan podcast. You're good. It was voted greatest vaccine by 4chan and 8chan and Jackie Chan. Every Chan loves this shit, too. A friend of mine said to me the other day, he said, Jake, I still don't want to get the vaccine because I don't want to take any drug where I don't know all the long-term side effects. I said, bro, we are high on PCP right now. What? They're eating a homeless man's face in Florida right now. I smoke, sure, but I only eat organic. What? It's crazy. No, they started giving incentives in New York where I live for the vaccine. Do they give incentives here? Will they pay you to get the shot? Oh, well, you're getting fucked, aren't you? Yeah. I mean, the cheap drink prices, sure, but they get it from you one way or the other. Yeah, they started giving $100 to get the vaccine. Me, I got my vaccine for free a year ago like a fucking sucker, man. Oh, I bought while the market was shit. I bought while it was shit. I wish I could just suck the vaccine out of my blood like snake poison. This Pfizer is worthless now. Give me another one and some money. I wish I would have waited till months from now where they're like, here's $200, $300, $400. Here, we're going to have new hot lady governor of New York. Suck your anti-vaxxer dick. Take them out. There's a new power thing. Take them out. New York's got a new lady governor. How awesome would it be if she was just going around the governor's mansion grabbing dudes by the dicks? Like, no one's going to believe you. It's our turn now, Mr. Guard Guy. All the guards are like, she's so much worse than Cuomo, dude. Oh, my God. Cuomo's World War I, Kathy's World War II. We have no idea what we unleashed. But no, man, ever since the Oscars, everybody's just talking about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, and no one's talking about the movies, which made me feel bad for the movies. But then I thought back to the movies last year, and I was like, every one of them sucked dick. Every one of them. It was like, dude, even Will Smith's movie, I didn't want to see him play a tennis dad before he slapped my hero, dude. I had no interest in that movie. And Power of the Dog got nominated for 11 trillion Oscars. It was the shittiest movie I've ever seen, dude. It was awful. It was so slow. Nothing happens. And people, what's up?
We never heard of that.
Never heard of it.
Well, you're a better man for it. It's a slow, shitty Western. Hey, quick round of applause. Who's seen that movie? Or 3 people. One reluctant hand raise. He was so sad to do it. He was so sad to do it. Yeah, it's a slow Western where nothing happens. They kind of like what they stood for because they were like, well, it's like a cowboy movie and they're gay. And I'm like, no, it's neither of those things. It's not a cowboy movie because there's no shootouts. And it's not even gay because there's no guys fucking in it, man. They don't even fuck in the movie. Spoiler alert, nothing happens. They don't fuck in the movie. Brokeback Mountain, those boys fucked, man. They fucked. You pulled over the 10 at the wrong time. It was, oh, the cameraman even got startled. He should. I didn't go to the fucking now. Bro, I thought that scene was tomorrow, dude. My God, he method acted that one. He Daniel Day-Lewis that one. He said the time to butt fucking a tent is now. They fucked in that one. But no, here's the thing. When 2 guys fuck in a movie, that's something happening. Nothing happens in Power of the Dog. So nothing happened. They can't do it in that movie. Sam Elliott, you know the old Western actor with the big white mustache? He got in trouble because he was talking shit about that movie, right? He said like it was boring, it wasn't a real Western, and he didn't like the gay undertones. Sam, buddy, you could have quit while you were ahead. You could have said you didn't like the characters because they suck metaphorically, bro. Come on. We would have been with you. We all would have been with you. But no, I think, dude, Sam's gonna be okay, and he's just gotta write and star in a gay cowboy movie that's like a straight up spaghetti western, you know? Just silver fox mustache daddy, Sam Elliott rolling into town. Cha-chunk, 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 cha-chunk. There's only 2 things I came here to do today. It's grab dudes' dicks and gun down cattle rustlers. Draw! Too bad your aim ain't as fabulous as them boots, young fella. Where's that hot ranch hat? That boy's jeans got a bulge like one of my Broncos. Follow me into the stable, young fella. I'm gonna show you why my mustache stays so white. I sucked off a whole mariachi band in El Paso last Sunday. Praise Jesus. Praise the Lord. 17 trillion Oscars that movie will win. I will win all the Oscars for writing this movie. No, man, I just rewatched on Netflix. I rewatched one of my favorite series of all times. It's called The Tudors. Have you guys ever seen The Tudors? Yeah. It's on Netflix right now. Yeah. Should be. I think it's back on. Don't quote me on it. It's kind of an old joke. Don't Google it till I'm done with the joke, or it's gonna fuck the whole thing up. But when I wrote this joke, I had just watched this show that's like 15 fucking years old, so it's not the most topical bit that I have, but goddamn it, I still love it because it's like it is legit my favorite show of all time. It's good, is it not? Yes. For those of you who have never seen it or don't know, it is about the life story of King Henry VIII from England. It's great. My only problem with The Tudors, the actor they got to play Henry VIII, way too sexy for Henry VIII. Like by a lot, to where it's uncomfortable after the second season. Right, because like I ain't a history buff, but we've all seen the paintings of Henry VIII, yeah? Every painting looks like Elton John loaned his clothes to John Goodman. Why is he shredded at 57? This is crazy, dude. This is crazy. And you know he was big, too, because these ain't photos. These are paintings. You know how you can make a big, fat, angry dictator look less fat in the painting? Literally do less painting. He still looked like that, dude. You know it was rough when, like, the evil, I'm going to chop everyone's head off for pissing me off, walks in and goes, I haven't looked that fuckable since I was 17 years old. Print it, you know? Like... it was rough, dude. And they don't do that with other British leaders, right? They don't do that. They don't go, listen, we at Showtime think that Gary Oldman killed it in Darkest Hour. But now we've got Ryan Gosling to play Sexy Churchill. Yeah! He's just gonna fucking save England for 4 seasons straight. Yeah, Sexy Churchill. He's just gonna fuck them on the beaches and in the streets and in the fields. He'll never lose his six-pack. He don't care what his photos actually look like. Sexy Churchill. But no, if you see the Tudors, you know why they had to have a hot Henry VIII, right? It's because you want the sex scenes to look hot, right? There's a lot of sex scenes, and they look hot. You want hot sex scenes in a Henry VIII movie. Because I don't know about the rest of you, but when I'm watching a movie about an evil dictator who murders all his wives, I gotta come, you know? I gotta come. It's such a hot story. I don't want to not come to this. I watched a movie about Stalin last week. Joey kept his pants on the whole time. It was a total cock tease. I don't want to see dictator shows unless they're throwing that evil dick. Am I right? Am I right? Showtime knows what's up. Show us the people's dick, Stalin. Show us the people's dick. But I don't know if you guys took weed edibles and listened to Dolly Parton last night like I did. But, I'm really starting to take Jolene's side in this whole fucking thing. I don't know. Here's the thing. I always thought the song was about Dolly Parton's husband cheating on her or whatever. You listen to the song, he's not even sleeping with Jolene. He's just fantasizing about Jolene. Jolene never even got dick out of this whole situation, you know? She's just probably working in the same bar in Tennessee, and every time that thing comes on the jukebox, she's like, I never even fucked your man, Dolly. What? No! I never even, he fantasizes about me. I can't control who your husband jacks off to, Dolly. I'm not a magician. Write that song to him. Call it Stop Jerking Off to Jolene, Gary. Call it, that's the song. What, I gotta wear a burqa in here, girl? Because your man can't keep his dick soft for 20 minutes while I'm serving him drinks? I'm nice to all the customers, bought Dolly. It's called the service industry. Coming into my bar like Karen and Goodfellas. It ain't my fault, Dolly. It ain't my fault. You know what I'm gonna do because of this song, Dolly? I'm gonna fuck your husband. That's right. I'm gonna fuck your husband. Write a new song called Self-Fulfilling Prophecy, Dolly. Right to it. I'm gonna ride your husband dick like Christopher Reeves rode horses. Fast, hard, and reckless, Dolly. I'm gonna hurt myself on that dick. I'm gonna hurt myself on that dick, Dolly. Thank you. I got 7 groans, 7 laughs, one declaration that it was great, 3 violent claps. I like the violent claps too. These are claps that will subscribe to a podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like the groans and the light chuckles weren't gonna do it, but like, I like that. I like the big old claps. Now I just rewatched one of my favorite documentaries of all time. It's on YouTube. It's about sex robots. I've seen it 17 times. Seen it 17 times because it makes me feel better about myself, really. Because I don't know if you can tell by looking at me, I've never had like money or success, even a full head of hair. I looked like this at 17. It was weird. But also never had my dick in a toaster with tits, you know? The documentary makes me feel better about myself. But it's a weird documentary because it says, it said on the documentary that these sex robots start off at $7,000. 7,000, yeah. That's like the base model. That's the ugliest sex robot, bro. The ugliest sex robot costs $7,000. You know, I want to see a video of a guy using his sex robot, you know? Like for non-sexual, like I just want to fast forward to the end and see the look on his face after he finishes. Because, here's the thing, I don't know if any of you dudes in here have ever had orgasms before, right? But, like dude, if you're a dude and you have an orgasm, instantly, least horny you'll ever be in your entire life, right away. Every guy in here just turns into Mother Teresa for like 20 minutes, you know? Just wants to take their pants back on and make the world a better place and like feed the hungry, dig wells, figure out malaria, why malaria's hurting people, you know? You don't want to fuck it all, you know? You want to fix malaria. But right before a guy comes though, opposite. Most horny he'll ever be in his life. So horny that some men literally go insane from it, right? And I'm not saying that like women don't get worked up before they finish, right? What I'm saying is that when a person is arrested for masturbating under a raincoat while staring very intensely into the window of an Olive Garden with this face right here, it's a dude every time. It's a dude every time. No woman's ever done that. But right before that, right after that dude comes to, doesn't he? He's like, oh my God, it happened again. No. I don't even own a raincoat. Whose raincoat is this? How did I get this? I have a family. I'm a pastor. I must tell my family and my flock that I love them and that I will cure malaria or something. That's why I want to see the video of the guy with his sex robot, because he's going to know instantly what a bad investment that was, right? Dude, my robot feels so rad, it could have been a car, son of a bitch. It could have been a car. I can't return it now. All machines depreciate when you jizz inside of the other machine. They actually have sex robots with AI in them now. Artificial intelligence. And if any of my friends ever gets one of those things, God help them, because I'll break into my friends' homes while they were at work, and I will get really good with computers, and I will hack their kinky little sex robot's mainframe, you know, and figure out where it does all like the moaning, you know what I mean? Like while they're inside of it, I'll find that like MP3 file where it moans, they're inside of it, and it's going all like, you're so big, or whatever Elon Musk programmed me to say. Right? I'm deleting over that fucking thing. And it's just gonna be, hey, what's up? It's Jake, man. I hacked into your sex robot. What's going on, dude? It's gonna be weird next time we see each other at work, hey, Kyle? I know you're still gonna finish because you spent all that money on it. I've seen that, Doc. Yeah, it's gonna be weird. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your tax refund. I'm gonna go back to the morning. No, just kidding. It's still me. It's still me. I'm still in here. It's me roasting you for 20 minutes on a loop, Kyle. You know this could have been a car, right, Kyle? It could have been a car. What are you doing with your life? Go cure malaria, dummy. That's what you do with the sex. But no, man, I just found out that my wife is having a kid, man. She's having her first kid. That's right. My wife is pregnant with my first son, but I have been rocking this dad bod for years, man. I'm ahead of the game. I am ahead of the game. But no, I like being a dude because I don't have to be pregnant ever. That's the best. Being pregnant sucks, man. Like, my wife is pregnant. It's hard for her. She's handling it with grace, too. She's had to quit both Monster Energy drinks and tequila. Fuck that, dude. Fuck that. I could not do that. That's my bread and butter. I can't quit either one of those things. I would be so pissed off at me if I was my wife's for not being able to drink tequila for 9 months. I would be like Jada Pinkett Smith with a samurai sword. I would be going crazy. But see, another reason I'm glad that dudes don't get pregnant instead is because if dudes got pregnant, we wouldn't quit a damn thing, would we? No. We'd be lying to our wives all the time. I'm just going to Lamaze class. Oh, I don't care. Every baby would just have every defect. We wouldn't quit anything. But dude, Rogan said we could eat whatever we want, dude. I don't know. I don't care. You can listen to Fauci if you want to, dude. Rogan said we can drink any whiskey as long as it's got a buffalo on the bottle, dude. It says right on the back, safe for pregnant dudes. Come on. You can listen to the government's lies, but I am drinking for two. Yeah. It would be every dude. That would be every one of us. Oh. But no, before me and my wife met, she had her eggs frozen for $13,000. Yeah. That's right, she did the math on that one. She could have purchased 2 sex robots. What? She could have purchased one to fuck and one to rent out. That's thinking. You buy the sex robot and you flip it. That's the move. That's what you have to do during inflation. You have to make those kind of moves. Those kind of... Yes. Airbnb fuck. Yeah, that's right. If Elon Musk becomes president, that will be our future. That is how we will reproduce. We come in the sex robots, that goes into a machine, and then the kid is just in the Matrix. That's it. They're just in Muskland forever. Yes. Welcome to Muskland. It's going to be a thing. But no, $13,000. You know what my new favorite part about being a dude is? Way cheaper freezing sperm. Is it not, gentlemen? Huh? All we need is some hand lotion and ice cube trays. That's it. That's it. It's just generation after generation all day long. A dozen future babies to an ice cube tray. That's what we got. The only secret is what? Not mixing up your ice cube trays. I learned the hard way the other day, people. I learned the hard way. Quickest way to ruin a mojito right there. Quickest way. Mojitos are not supposed to be briny. They are not supposed to be briny. The margaritas, they actually kind of made better, though. They actually kind of made. Dude, for like 20 minutes, I was Margarita Jesus till we figured out what happened. Never ask how the sausage is made. The Lord doth work in mysterious ways. I know you guys are thinking, well, hey, Jake, you did that joke about your wife being pregnant, and then you did that joke about your wife having frozen eggs. Did you inseminate a frozen egg? Are you having a frozen baby? Is that happening now? No. We did it the old-fashioned way, which was cool. I saved $11 trillion, or however that works out. But I asked my wife, because, it still costs money to keep them frozen. I was like, so you're gonna scrap them fancy eggs, right? Getting rid of, you're dumping out the ice cube trays, ain't you? She said, no. She's keeping the frozen eggs. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Because he knows, he did the math on that one. She's using my regular geriatric normal jizz baby as a test run baby. Yeah. Should I use breast milk or formula? I'll figure out on this Steve Buscemi looking motherfucker's kid. That's right. And then after 10 years of, the throwing him against the wall and seeing what stuck, I will give this kid to the circus. Yeah. But the hell with that, I'm not standing for it. I am going to jizz all over those eggsicles tonight. Yes. I'm going in her freezer or wherever she keeps them, and I'm just gonna squat over her like a squid. These frozen eggs, like a squid in the wild when they find the nest, And I'm just gonna inseminate all of them in the freezer. That way she's gonna go looking for ice cream bars 2 weeks from now, and she's gonna be like, "Oh my God, it's almost done!" No, all my babies are stupid like you. No. How come our first baby looks like Steve Buscemi like me, and our second baby kind of looks like you and kind of looks like Idris Elba? What happened there? You went into his dressing room like an NBA side piece, didn't you? You fished one out of the condom receptacle and you squeezed it out like Laffy Taffy, didn't you? Didn't you? I will not be fooled. I will not be fooled. I've seen this documentary on 8chan. I know this happens all the time. But no, before me and my wife met, like the first time we hung out, it was after a show, and we had a few drinks just at a bar after a show, and then she was going back to where she lived. This is in New York, so we always take the subways there, right? So we're waiting on a subway platform. She's waiting for a train that takes her to her neighborhood. I'm waiting for a train that takes me to my neighborhood, and I start getting this like energy offer. She's kind of leaning in, and I'm like, oh my God, she wants me to kiss her. This is awesome. I'm gonna go home with the lady, and I'm not wasted. Neither one of us is wasted. This was my grandma's dying wish for me, man. This is great. My grandma told me on her deathbed, she was like, Jake, before I die, promise me to like take someone home while you're not trashed someday. I mean, I know it's a stretch, but it's Gram's wish, you know? I mean, to make sure she's not dead sober, you do kind of look like Steve Buscemi from Boardwalk. So, I mean, make sure, make sure she's not drunk enough she thinks you're hot. I mean, that's a crime, so don't do that. Just give her like 3-4 Long Island iced teas to where you're looking like a young, sexy Buscemi from Reservoir Dogs. That's your sweet spot, kid. Also, I hid money during the Great Depression, and then she flatlined. But no, I was, so I'm about to kiss my wife, or just lady that I knew at the time, you know, and I'm like, this would make Grandma smile down, or up, I don't know where she went, you know. She lived a full life, God bless her, or whoever, you know. But then, right before we do the first kiss, her train gets there, and I'm like, son of a bitch, the first time I need the New York subway system to take a minute, here they are right on time. Oh, they're late every other time. But then I do this kind of like rough, when you live in New York, you can do like rough subway math. You're like, hang on, I can get on her train, and if things don't work out within like 3-4 stops, I can get off and still catch my train to where I'm going. I just need to make this first kiss happen somewhere within the next few stops. I get my game face on, the train slows down, the doors open up, we step inside the train, and then boom, homeless man with massive erection out right next to us. Yeah, homeless dude just going to town. And I'm like, here's the thing. It was like, she's uncomfortable, she's pulling me into the next car. I'm laughing my ass off. It's hilarious to me. Because the thing is, that happens in New York sometimes late at night. This was 8 p.m. on a Sunday, dude. For those of you who've been to New York, you know that's not dick on the train hours, bro. Like, this is packed with sober people that didn't expect to see a dick. They didn't. Their faces are frozen in what we in New York refer to as resting, trying not to look at the guy with his dick out face. You know, just, oh my God, gotta stare that way. Don't want to look down there. Because for all their faults, the guys who take their dick out on the train, they're not shy, are they? No. They'll start talking to me right away. But no, so she pulls me in the next car, and honestly, like, I would have shaken this guy's hand if she hadn't have been there, you know? I wouldn't, well, because I didn't like what he was doing. It's just, as someone who's both an alcoholic and a sex addict, I've never been both drunk enough to take my dick out on a train full of strangers and sober enough to maintain a full erection without touching it. I was like, wow, that's kind of cool. Take me to the mountains. Let me call you sensei. What are you eating for breakfast? Teach me, Obi-Wan, teach me. It's crazy. But no, we get in the next car. I don't go for the first kiss anymore. The mood has been ruined. You'd be surprised how quick a homeless guy's dick will do that. It's almost immediate, you know? So instead, I go for a peck on the cheek. I get her number. I ask her to go to dinner with me a few nights later. I take her to a nice dinner. I give her 3 or 4 Long Island iced teas. I look into her eyes. I say she looks gorgeous. She looks into mine and tells me I kind of look like a young, sexy Steve Buscemi from Reservoir Dogs. 6 years later, we're married with a kid on the way, people. Yeah. Thank you. Yes, Graham was right, that filthy old drunkard. But, you know, I've told my wife about this since then. I've been like, hey, remember the time we almost had our first kiss on the subway, but then that homeless fella took his dick out? Remember that? And she said to me, she was like, you were going to kiss me for the first time on the subway? That's the trashiest thing I've ever heard. I never would have gone out with you again. Guys, that homeless man's erection saved my relationship. Yes. He's the man. Give it up for that homeless guy's dick and give it up for yourselves. Thank you. You guys have been great.